position. Plenty of seats on my left-hand side. Welcome to stand at the top. If we can leave these seats here free, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Won't be too far away. Well, good morning, everybody. Very warm welcome to you all on behalf of the entire team at the TCS Sydney Marathon presented by ASICS. Thank you for joining us this morning. Spectacular Pier 1 Sydney Harbour right here on the water under the shadows of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. My name's David Colbert, two-time Olympian, used to be able to long jump from one side of this to the other. But I ran the ferry, for those that have been here before and have heard me say this, I apologise first up. So Donna, you've heard this story a number of times, but I ran the first Sydney Marathon here at the test event. As a long jumper who ran 42 metres for my long jump run-up, the 42.195 was a little bit of a stretch, but I did finish. It was the test event and the final trial for the Australian Olympic team. Mono was exempt, he didn't have to run because he was that good. And I just missed the team by 4,235 places, and it's still burning to this date that I didn't quite make that Sydney Olympic Marathon team. So this event's always had a special place in my heart, and it's great to see what it has become. We're setting to bring the countdown to race day, and behind me we've got the harbour, we've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which the runners will cross, of course, on Sunday morning, and across the water the Sydney Opera House, which is the most spectacular marathon finish line on the planet. So there's obviously no better place in the world to launch a marathon than where we are here today. We've got a wonderful morning ahead. You'll hear from the people who bring this event to life, from government, from our partners and the team behind the race. We'll meet the elite field, wheelies and able-bodied runners who'll light up the streets of Sydney this Sunday, and there'll be plenty of opportunities for interviews for the media and Vision as we go. To the media in the room, colleagues, thank you for being here. We'll make sure you have everything you need this morning, and the team will be on hand throughout the day to help. So this being Sydney and a major, Abbott Marathon major, we couldn't bring the athletes through the front door. So turn your attention to the screen behind me where we see Sydney Harbour, because our elite field is about to arrive in a way that only Sydney can deliver. And there they are. They're coming in on that boat. And so if you're from the Australians or our international athletes, so we're dropping them off and then they'll walk around, and there they are up on top of the Captain Cook Cruises vessel. And so they've come around from the event hotel at the W at Darling Harbour, and that is magnificent, Sophie, so well done on pulling that off. They've arrived. What a way to arrive, hey? Can't do that anywhere else, Minister. Like, some of the majors have got some assets and fantastic spots, but you can't do that. So well done. We are going to introduce them shortly, and as they make their way to join us on stage, let's have a welcome to country and performance. So to formally welcome us to this land, we'd like to invite Peter Strawn, a proud Darug woman and artistic director of the Janaway Dance Clan, to deliver our welcome to country, followed by a performance from Janaway Dance Clan with Nathan Leslie on the Yadaki. So welcome them, please.
Miriga. Good morning, everyone. It's so lovely to be here today to welcome you all to country. It's always a privilege and a pleasure. Gawi bianga garabara, Gawi wianga bemuma, Gawi mujin malin benanga, acknowledging Father Sky, Mother Earth, and those who've walked before us, our bloodlines, our ancestors. Warami, Welamabami Iora, Giarira Duraman Jalarinya, Gilligan Daranga Daba, Wayanga, Dian Gorang Gorang, Buraburungal, Bijigal, Gadumba Dame. Hello, and a warm welcome to the Gadigal clan lands of the Darug Nation. We gather on country today, the land of my ancestors. I pay my respects to elders past, present, future, special guests here today, to all our First Nations brothers and sisters, and wherever you have come from around the world, welcome. My name is Peter Strawn, Artistic Director of Janui Dance Clan. Janui is all about the continuation, revitalisation of Darug language, story, song and dance. I'm a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 4, and a proud Darug woman, wishing you all a safe passage and stay on Gadigal country. Nanga mai nini, nanga mai bujari, calling in the good spirit, calling in the good dreaming. Nobaringora, love country. Yano miriga ga didgerigo.
Guyama, Parramatta, Durban. Kurugal, Kurugal, Paradoi, Pugiria. Kurugal, Kurugal, Paradoi, Pugiria. Mine manengara yaranyanga, Taragun, Taragun. Mine manengara yaranyanga, Taragun, Taragun. Naparadoi, Anabu, Bamavaga, Mavaga. Naparadoi, Anabu, Bamavaga, Mavaga. Arawan, Garigaran, Nabugi, Nabugi. Walamabal, Tarangunu, Tarangunu. Narawan, Garigaran, Nabugi, Nabugi. Walamabal, Tarangunu, Tarangunu.
Thank you, Peter, and the Genoa Dance Clan and Nathan for that beautiful welcome to country and performance. Put your hands together for them once again. So this morning we come together to officially launch what will be a truly landmark edition of the TCS Sydney Marathon presented by ASICS. In just a few days, Sydney will take its place once again amongst the Abbott World Marathon Majors alongside the Tokyo Marathon, the Bank of America Boston Marathon, the TCS London Marathon, BMW Berlin Marathon, the Bank of America Chicago Marathon, the TCS New York City Marathon, and now the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, which is a new addition to the World Marathon Majors by Abbott. The TCS Sydney Marathon is supported by the New South Wales Government via its Tourism and Major Events Agency, Destination New South Wales. And we'd like to thank the Honourable Steve Camper, Minister for Sport, Minister for Tourism and Jobs, for joining us here today. We'd also like to welcome representatives from Abbott World Marathon Majors, along with race directors and senior staff from those events around the world, and Australian Athletics, who are the owner of the event. We couldn't be here without the support of our incredible partners, and we extend our heartfelt thanks to TCS, ASICS and Porsche. At the close of formalities, we'll invite you to stay, mingle and enjoy this spectacular harbour view, but for now, it's my great pleasure to invite Steve Camper, New South Wales Minister for Sport, Minister for Jobs and Tourism, to the stage to say a few words. Minister. A round of applause, please.
Well, thanks, Dave. That was good. I needed that. It's great to be here with all of you this morning on, obviously with the backdrop, the beautiful Sydney Harbour, which, will be showcased on Sunday in particular with our wonderful event. I want to thank Peter for the lovely welcome to country and the performance with the crew. And I want to also acknowledge that we're on Gadigal land and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I want to also acknowledge the wonderful Wayne Larden, who's here today, doing a great job, as he always has, and Donna Stone, and also Jessica Delval, and Howard Collins, our transport guru. We're so fortunate to have such a guru watching over the whole event for us and looking after us. And everyone else who's made this event come together. Sydney's ready to welcome the world. This Sunday, 40,000 runners will take over the streets of Sydney. And I think we should just appreciate that number for a moment. Just consider the fact that it was only 4 years ago where there was around 5,000. I think that in itself says so much. And I want to give everyone I want everyone to give the organisers all a round of applause for making, such an incredible growth in this event. It's a remarkable achievement. Sydney is now an Abbott World Marathon major alongside the likes of London, New York, Boston and Tokyo. And what that means is people are getting on planes and travelling from all over the world, flying into Sydney and then voluntarily running 42 kilometres around it. Now, from my perspective, that's a pretty incredible endorsement of our city. And personally, I've always thought there are easier ways to see the harbour myself, but 40,000 people clearly disagree with me. It's fantastic to have reigning world champions, Alphonse and Perez, here with us today. And as it means, we have the privilege of seeing both reigning world champions compete on the same race weekend right here in Sydney. I'll just let them know I'll be participating too. I do the starting gun at the start of it, so that's so I'm very, very proud of that. My kids are too. And while the race is on, Sydney-siders get to come out and be part of that story. There'll be entertainment, hubs and vantage points right along the course, and I want to encourage everyone who isn't running to find a spot and make some noise. The atmosphere leading up to this has been really good. I've done a number of little preliminary events, and everyone's really can't wait for Sunday. We're in real anticipation, and that's the kind of atmosphere we want right across Sydney on Sunday. And if you've travelled halfway around the world to run 42 kilometres here, I encourage you to explore this wonderful city and stay a little bit longer if you can. We like people staying here a little bit longer. You can spend a little bit of money too. It's good as Minister for Tourism. I like that. And I also want to congratulate the entire Pont 3 team for what they have delivered. It has taken an enormous amount of work and ambition from everyone involved, and they should be incredibly proud of what this event has become. I know I am, so I'm sure that everyone else is too. Finally, to everyone running on Sunday, good luck and enjoy. Let's go Sydney this Sunday morning. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Like everyone in Sydney you see running around, I was impressed that you ran here this morning, so well done. Well done. We look forward to you firing the starting gun. Talking about the numbers, talking to Jeff Adams from Marathon Tours, 2,000 people from overseas. How many bed nights? 27,000 or something? Ridiculous. If that's in your speech, sorry, Lardy, I've just stolen that line, but I was impressed by that. So thank you, Minister. We're lucky to have this beautiful city on show to the rest of the world. To talk us through some of those logistics and the statistics that I may have just stolen from his speech, please welcome Wayne Larden, CEO and Race Director of the TCS Sydney Marathon.
I've got to get you some new jokes, Cole, but I think I've heard your kick off about 5 times, mate, but it's still funny. Well done, mate. Good morning, everyone, and welcome here to Pier 1 on Sydney Harbour, the foreshore of Sydney Harbour, where all of our runners will be trotting around Sydney over and under the Harbour Bridge, and what better place to host an Abbott World Marathon Majors than in Sydney. Thank you, Minister Camper, your ministry, Destination New South Wales, and all of the work your team does with us to make this happen. The relationship with government and with DNSW particularly is a strong one, and it works really well, and it's a big part of the reason for the success that we enjoy now. So we really appreciate that. Howard, thank you for coming. Transport is an important part of a successful event, and your team have been amazing. First time ever, I think, an Abbott World Marathon Major has a Sydney Marathon Express train to take runners from the city to the expo, so nicely branded up. We had a look at that yesterday, looked fantastic, so thank you for your support. Big thank you to our partners, title partner TCS, who we work so closely with, ASICS, of course, New South Wales Government and Athletics Australia, who I have worked with tirelessly since 2005 to grow this event from what was a 1,200 person marathon to over 40,000 this year. So incredible growth and incredible partnership, and all of our other partners and key stakeholders. You know, the TCS Sydney Marathon is an absolute story of success, but it hasn't been by accident. It's been through a lot of hard work and partnerships and an incredible team at Pont 3 who work all year really hard to make this event a success. Some of the stats, so from 2022, which is just a few years ago when we became a candidate race, to now, the overall increase in marathon finishes is an incredible 852%. So 3,400 finishes in 2022 to what will be 40,000 this year. And from an economic impact perspective, and this is important because this is why New South Wales Government are so happy with the event and why they support us so well. The increase in international finishes from just 2022 to this year is 5,000%. So, you know, when you start talking about those sorts of numbers, you're looking at well over $100 million in economic activity for Sydney and New South Wales. Not to mention the fact that our live broadcast on SBS showcase beautiful Sydney to the world. So all round, you know, this event delivers on so many levels. 40,000 participants from 140 countries. So once again, we'll break our own record as the biggest marathon in Australia. Our second year as an Abbott World Marathon Majors, and thank you, Donna, for coming here and supporting us, and you'll have a nice stand out at the expo too. A record 6,500 volunteers who are essential in delivering on race day, making your journey or the runners' journeys more memorable, providing the water, providing the nutrients, and a lot of cheers and high fives. So thanks to all of those volunteers. You know, the other important aspect to this race and every Abbott World Marathon Majors is the community support. Last year we saw an estimated 250 to 300,000 people lining the course, cheering our runners on. We've made a big effort this year to try and grow that number through a massive increase in entertainment zones out on the course. We'd love to see 500,000 people out there, but what we've been doing is trying to get the general public to understand and realise the really important role they play on Marathon Day by supporting the runners, and the runners notice it. So a lot of work throughout Sydney goes into making this race not just great for the runners, but great for the entire city. Our business program has grown incredibly. They've all gotten behind it, offering discounts. We've listed them all on our brand new app, which if you log into our app and put your name in, and you want to go somewhere, it'll tell you where to go. It'll tell you what mode of transport to take. It'll take you to your corral at the start. It's innovation at its best. Another piece of innovation is our partnership with Telstra, and that will make sure that every runner has connectivity right throughout the day in those densely packed areas. Again, something really important. The field, our elite athletes, thank you guys for coming. Welcome to Sydney. As has already been mentioned, we've got the best in the world here, racing the streets of Sydney. We've got the best wheelchair field here, led by Madison, of course, at the back there. All of these athletes will be introduced to you shortly. We're again hosting the Australian Marathon Championship. It's the richest prize purse of any marathon in Australia for Australians, so you guys will get a nice paycheck at the end. So good luck to you. all of these athletes will be introduced to you shortly. But I just want to say a big thank you again. Minister Camper, you've arranged great weather for us for Sunday. Thank you. Nice and sunny. I wish you all the best, everyone working on the event, covering the event. Have a great day. And to all of our volunteers, enjoy yourselves. And thank you very much.
Good one, Lardy, and well done, and best wishes for the next few days as we get to the last finisher on race day. It's now my pleasure to invite Donna Stone, CEO of the Abbott World Marathon Majors, to share a few words. Donna's been on this journey since the beginning and has now seen this thing grow into what it is today, and it's earned its place as an Abbott World Marathon Major. So welcome home, Donna.
I know all the statistics, but just hearing Wayne say them again, it's just like, wow, right? I mean, pretty incredible. It's only the second year with Sydney as a member of the Abbott World Marathon Majors, yet it already feels like they've been part of the family for a really, really long time. I want to extend a big thank you to the New South Wales Government, Destination New South Wales, TCS, ASICS, Australian Athletics, the owner of the event, and all the partners and stakeholders who make this event possible. The warm welcome, the spectacular opera house setting, and the energy from the global running community have come together to create a unique atmosphere that put TCS Sydney Marathon on the map. A year ago, we witnessed an unforgettable occasion as Sydney joined the majors. From the spine-tingling welcome event on Friday night, I can't wait for that, to the incredible elite performances on Sunday, to the sheer explosion of joy, we witnessed thousands of runners making it to this incredible finish line. Star number 7 was earned by more than 3,700 Sydney runners last year, and we're going to see that number grow by over 3,000 this weekend. With record finishers predicted, it shows not only the power of the majors, but also serves as a reward for the tireless work that Wayne and his team have put in to continue to do this. After welcoming Cape Town into the majors this year, we are now a family of 8 majors, and our goal of presenting runners with a 9-star medal is within arm's reach as we wait for Shanghai's next step to join the series, hopefully next year. We hope very soon to be handing out those 9-star medals, we've been talking about it for a very long time, in front of the Opera House as a reward for the commitment and enthusiasm the running community has shown for this incredible journey. Sydney knows very well that the mission to earn major status is only the first step, and it was a tough one. Now the challenge is not only to grow their participation, but to raise standards, drive innovation, and strive for further excellence in every aspect of the event, while also staying true to the unique identity and the spirit that makes Sydney such a valued member of this team and this journey. I want to wish Wayne and all of his team really well this weekend, and also say good luck to everyone dreaming of their Sydney star. And I'll be out there with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. What an incredible commitment by those runners who have run all of the Abbott Marathon Majors to collect that star, and the medal itself where they slot in is fantastic. So we wish them all the very best. From TCS, a global leader connecting technology and human ambition, major partner of the TCS Sydney Marathon, presented by ASICS, please join me in welcoming Head of Marketing and Communications, Jessica Del Valle. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. What a privilege it is to be here as the title partner of the TCS Sydney Marathon, now in its 3rd year for us as partners and its 2nd year as an Abbott World Marathon Major. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge Vikram Singh, our country head, and Kelly Ryan, our Global Chief Brand Officer, who have both played an important role supporting the growth of this event and our marathon journey here in Australia. At TCS, we are a global AI-led technology services company, and we sponsor 14 of the world's most iconic running events, including 5 of the Abbott World Marathon Majors. That journey began back in 2008 with the Tata Mumbai Marathon, and since then we've seen firsthand the incredible impact these events can have on people and the communities. For us, this partnership is about much more than race day. It's about bringing people together, promoting health and well-being, and creating meaningful connections for our customers, employees, and the communities in which we live and work. And that's certainly what we're seeing here in Sydney. This weekend, out of the 40,000 runners, 1,000 Team TCS runners will take to the course, including almost 200 who have travelled from around the world to be here. Their excitement reflects what makes this event so special. It's not just about the finish line, it's about the journey, the determination, and the shared experience. We're incredibly proud to stand with Wayne and the Pont 3 team, ASICS, the Abbott World Marathon Majors, Destination New South Wales, and everyone else who has made this event a success. We can't wait to see Sydney come alive this weekend and welcome runners from around Australia and across the globe. Thank you and best of luck to everyone.
Thank you, Jessica, and congratulations to the TCS team. We look forward to seeing all of your crew members out on the course on Sunday and on Saturday in the mini marathon as well. Now, moving to tens of thousands and runners and spectators that are going to descend on the city on race day. That takes an extraordinary amount of effort and teamwork, and no one does it better than New South Wales. So to walk us through how we're going to get there, where we need to go, I'm paying special attention to this. How do I get to the start line? How do I get out of the start line, etc., etc. Please welcome the Coordinator General of Transport New South Wales, Howard Collins.
Good morning, everyone. Great to be here. Yes, I'm the Coordinator General, or generally coordinating. That's my title and my job. I've got my Sydney Harbour socks on. I've got my New York subway tie. I've got my transport brain on. But before I start, I'm a 24-hour person. And I just want to hold out my hand and sympathy for the disaster which is unfolding in Nepal. I just want to recognise that. There are hundreds of people who are lost at the moment. Heart goes out to them. But we are going to run this marathon for the right reason, the positive reasons, and support those people, I'm sure, as well. Look, I'm the person who tells you where the aisles are and the seats and how to exit the building. In effect, I'm the transport person. So I'm going to run through a few things as motorists or as marathon participators or people attending or guests or visitors you need to know. So let's start off with it. Yeah, 40,000 people, you've heard about that. But probably 1 million people making trips on our network on Sunday. That's the scale of it. And a lot of motorists will have to pay attention to the fact that we are closing a lot of roads around Pyrmont, Darlinghurst, Moore Park, Kingsford, and parking restrictions. 268 vehicles were towed away last year. Please don't make sure it's yours. Big, bright yellow sign saying clearway, read it, make sure you don't lose your car this weekend. That's the sort of downside of it. But we're here to support family, friends, and participants. The way to get to the marathon, the way to see it, is by public transport, and we are laying on not only the Marathon Express for you to pick up your bibs every half an hour from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 in the evening, today all the way through to Saturday. That I've encouraged my guards to make some announcements about encouraging you to go faster and work harder. Jump on board, take a few photographs. We'll get you to the park and back in about 23 minutes to get there. Enjoy the event. And apparently this morning we're already booked out for those people picking up the bibs this morning. But you've got the next few days to do that. That is important that you leave your car at home. We are laying on extra services. Metro trains, which are trundling under this harbour just to the right of me, will be running from early morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, getting people to and from their destination, as well as extra buses and extra trains as well. It is simple. If you're a participant or a volunteer, you've already got your ticket to travel because you've been sending an email. I understand, Wayne, that's correct. They can travel. Show it to my staff. They'll give you free travel on or around the network, transbuses, light rail, ferries. You can use it to get from the Olympic Park and to your start line and destination. And if you do need to, I know many of you will run back to your hotels, but if you need to put your feet up, please use our public transport system. And if you've got friends travelling with you, here in Sydney we have a magnificent ticketing system, contactless card, Opal card, tap on, whatever country you come from, it works. Now let's get into the detail of participants. If the start line at St Leonard's Park, we recommend you catch the metro train or bus to either North Sydney or Crow's Nest. Our runners in the purple and orange bibs start their groups from Victoria Cross Metro or North Sydney. And if you've got a green start group runners, you should go to Crow's Nest. You should have your instructions. Again, lots of TCS people, volunteers, will be there to help you, as well as our staff. And I've talked about the marathon. Motorists, we don't often close the harbour bridge. We do it for very special people. And 40,000 of you here today are very special people. It is a little bit of a hill, for runners, and then it drops down the other side. But it is important to understand that bridge will be closed from very, very early in the morning, round about 3 o'clock, along with the Carhill Express, the Western Distributor, and lots of other roads around Macquarie Street, Oxford Street, because as you come down back to the Opera House, we want to make sure everyone's got a clear run. As soon as the last runner leaves, we will then make preparations to get the Harbour Bridge. But as motorists and people who use that particular route, be patient. This is really important. We have a site called Live Traffic. Look at that. You'll check out what the latest real-time information is. Now, spectators, you have a fantastic 42-kilometre route to view from. And the best way to get there is by public transport. There are buses, there are train stations very near many of those areas. Big, broad, open spaces for people to assemble and cheer them on. And I know 1 or 2 people have worked out I can cheer them on twice if I go to a certain location where the loop doubles back. We are really, really keen to make sure you enjoy. And Mr. Canberra is right. The sun is coming from the east. You can see the blue sky appearing. It's going to be a beautiful day in Sydney. Whilst I spent 35 years in London, I really do believe now, after 14 years, this is the best city in the world, and you're going to get the best view. So thank you very much indeed.
There we go. The Coordinator General has spoken. If you didn't pay attention, and Luddy, the good thing is that athletes are very good at reading their information. So all of those 40,000 will know exactly all of that already. And the new metro and where to go at the start line, etc. So we very much encourage the athletes to ensure that they know exactly what they need to do to have a stress-free arrival at the start line. So in just a moment, we're going to welcome our lead athletes to the stage, and me will have a chance to hear from them shortly and ask their questions. But first, in just a few days, the streets of Sydney will come alive, and here is a taste of what is to come. Have I delayed that enough, Arun, to get the screen down? It's just about down. We're going to press start. Here's a taste of what's to come. No better place to be than on that finish line to watch those that are achieving their personal milestone of becoming a marathoner. I often say that for the elites, they've got it easy. They run in about 2 hours or under 2 hours. The world record now, imagine being out there for 6. Like, they are really trying. These elite athletes have got it easy. Like 2 hours, that's, you know, a quarter of what they've got. Try doing it for 6 or 7. See how you go. To be there and watch that and the emotion of people finishing and knowing that they become a marathon runner, all shapes, ages, etc., is extraordinary. Minister Camper, can I invite you to come back up to the stage and head over to my left to present bibs and our boomerangs to our elite field. And we're going to start off with our wheelchair competitors. So we'll welcome them up, we'll present their bibs and their boomerangs, and then after we've done all of that, then we'll have a Q&A starting with our wheelies. Very important to note here that you're all going to get your race bib. It'd be handy not to lose it. Someone here last year, it was Jess, wasn't it, dropped in the harbour. We had to fish it out. So if you can hang on to it, put it on your singlet, chair, whatever, that would be helpful, so we don't have to replace it. So please welcome our elite field. We're going to start with Great Britain. Runner-up here last year in 1:53.41 and one of the brightest young talents in wheelchair racing. Please welcome Eden Rainbow Cooper. Head along and to receive your bib. A true Paralympic legend with major titles across London, Boston, Chicago and New York. 8-time Paralympic gold medalist. Please welcome from the USA, Tajana McFadden. And closing our women's wheelchair field, one of Australia's most beloved sporting icons, 2-time TCS Sydney Marathon champion, Tokyo Paralympic champion, who won here in 2024, just a week after taking silver at the Paris Paralympics. Please welcome back Madison Di Rosario. On the men's side, carrying the hopes of the home crowd, an ex-athlete flies the flag for Australia. Will be relishing every kilometre of this course. I'm sure he will on Sunday. Please give a huge Sydney welcome to Sam Rizzo. Paralympic bronze medalist and runner-up here in Sydney last year, one of the dominant forces in the wheelchair sport today. Please welcome from Japan, Tomoki Suzuki. And to close the wheelchair lineup, making his TCS Sydney Marathon debuts, raced everywhere across the planet, 6-time Paralympic champion, 6-time London Marathon winner, one of the greatest ever to do it. Please welcome from Great Britain, David Weir. What a field in the wheelies. Really looking forward to watching them in action. Please stay with us, wheelchair athletes, as we introduce our able-bodied field. Our first athlete has represented Australia at the Olympic Games and ranks among the fastest marathoners this country has ever produced. Racing here on home soil, please welcome Ali Pashley. Keep that applause going for the reigning Melbourne Marathon champion, arriving in the form of her life on debut and ready to take on the best in the world right here in Sydney. Please welcome Caitlin Scott. From Ethiopia, please welcome Haven Halyu, who stormed to victory at the Seoul Marathon in March with a dominant 2:19.09, leading an all-Ethiopian podium. Please welcome Haven. Making her mark on the global stage, please welcome from Uganda, the first Ugandan woman to win a World Athletics Platinum Label Marathon, which she did this year, please, with a commanding win in Osaka in January. Please welcome Stella Chisang. And closing out our women's field that we're introducing today, very deep field, much more of them sitting at home resting up. But our women's field, all eyes turn to the reigning world champion, an Olympic champion from Tokyo, a winner of Boston, New York and London marathons. Personal best of 2:14.43, the fastest in the field. Please give a huge Sydney welcome to Kenya's Perez Chepchirchir. And to the men, please welcome 2025 World Championship representative for Australia, stepping into his home major for the first time, Liam Boudin. Fellow 2025 World Championships representative, one of the country's most consistent marathoners, Tim Vincent. And leading the charge from an Australian perspective, Paris Olympian, one of the fastest marathoners this country's ever produced. In fact, he was the Australian record holder until just recently, making his TCS Sydney Marathon debut. Please welcome from Bendigo, Andy Buchanan. Always love a defending champion who comes back. So please welcome to defend his crown, the defending TCS Sydney Marathon champion who won here in 2025 in 2:06:06, the fastest marathon ever run by a man on Australian soil. Of course, it was the course record from Ethiopia. Please welcome Haile Mariam Kidos. From Kenya, podium finisher at 3 majors, marathon majors, second on debut in Berlin before back-to-back thirds at Tokyo. He's looking for his first win. We won't put it past him. Please welcome Vincent Ngetic. And to round out the field, Lardy mentioned it before, it's the first time that we've seen reigning world champions, men and women, on the same start line anywhere. 19 men in this field have run faster than the course record and 3 have broken 2:03. Closing out the men's field is the reigning world champion, Tanzania's first in history to win a World Athletics title. Twice a runner-up at Boston, personal best of 2:02.47. He's sitting over there all by himself, so please give him a big welcome. From Tanzania, Alphonse Simbu. So what a lineup, hey? And that is just a proportion of the elite field for this year's event. So put your hands together. The deepest field, the most celebrated field assembled here on Australian soil outside of an Olympics. Please wish them all the best. Thank you, Minister. Wayne, just jump up quickly. Minister, can you just jump into the middle? We're just going to get a team shot. So if we can put, so Liam and Tim maybe just move. That's perfect, well done. Stay there in the middle. Quick photo. Let me know when you've all got that. Smiling down the bottom here, official photographer. All good? Perfect, well done. Round of applause, thank you. So our elite male and women, you can exit stage left, go back to your right, go back to the seats briefly as we'll have a quick panel chat with our wheelchair field. James has got the microphones. And I'm going to start with you, Maddie. If you've got a question, you can raise your hand from me today. Well, the athletes will be available for one-on-ones afterwards, so if you don't need one here, but if you'd like to ask one, you can. Maddie, welcome back. That's the first thing. Missed last year, had a little rest, but 23-24 winner. You must be feeling good to be back home.
Yeah, it's nice to be back here racing in Sydney. It was weird last year being in the city and kind of just watching the live stream and watching it happen. But no, I haven't gotten to race Sydney as a major yet. So this is the first for me. So I'm really excited. The field is incredible. I think it's quite strange for me to see these guys up here in Sydney with me. I feel like I see you guys all over the world, but never in the city that I live in. So I'm really excited for Sunday. I think it'll be incredible. Weather looks amazing, which this week training in the rain I've been dreading a little bit. But no, it looks really good and I'm looking forward to it. When you were watching last year, how did you feel about the fact that Susanna Scaroni broke the course record? Okay. I think it was, Susanna is one of the strongest climbers I have ever met in my life, with Tatiana being the other one. And so I think, if anyone's going to break that course record, last year, it was always going to be Suze. Okay, well, it's there for you to get. Eden, we'll go to you because you had a box seat view of that last year because you're in second spot. And those hills are tough, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really tough. And it's no secret, I'm not a good climber, so I always wait for those downhills to come, and luckily there's a few of those out there too. Well, enjoy the start. What's the most special thing about coming back to an event that you've done and that you know about? The most special always is being able to race all of these incredible competitors. You know, for me, the field is the deepest it has ever been, and that's always a privilege. And, you know, to be able to travel all over the world and come back time and time again and, you know, just see how the city changes, how the vibe changes, and how people's attitude towards wheelchair racing changes as well is super special.
Well done. We look forward to seeing you in action. Tatjana, 8 Paralympic golds, 22 Paralympic medals, a little greedy, 24 marathon majors that you've accumulated in your career. I've had the great pleasure of calling a lot of your Paralympic gold medals, so it's fantastic to see you here. What are you looking forward to about the TCS Sydney Marathon? What have you heard about it, and what are you looking forward to?
Well, it's wonderful to be here, and it was such a warm welcome from the start at the airport, and the organization has been just unbelievable and very classy. Our rooms were ready when we arrived, and so we were able to settle in very quickly. I haven't been to Sydney for such a long time, probably since I was in my teens, because we had World Championships in New Zealand, so we stationed here and did a camp. So to come and to do a World Major here, I'm really looking forward to it on Sunday.
And what about Maddie? And you've had so many great battles. Another one on Sunday?
I hope. It's going to be tough, though. It's my first Sydney, so I don't really know what to expect. But I do enjoy climbing, so like the opposite of Eden. So I'm sure I'll be chasing these women, but I'm excited for the hill climbing for sure.
We look forward to seeing that battle, so best wishes. Sam, we'll go to you. Gold Coast winner, 4th here last year on debut. You've risen through the ranks of the distances to be now a marathon man. Do you feel at home now?
Yeah, it's starting to always enjoy coming to Sydney. This will be my 3rd Sydney Marathon and 2nd time being a World Major marathon. So always, from the first time, always enjoyed pushing through the streets of Sydney. So very excited to compete.
And what are you expecting on the weekend?
Good question. Yeah, I'm just happy to go in, give it my best, and yeah, a race, anything could happen. So yeah, just looking forward to the crowds and going out there and giving it my best.
Getting that Australian support, so we look forward to seeing you in action. Tomoki, is Ken doing the there he is. Ken, welcome to you. So Tomoki Suzuki, 2nd last year behind the legendary Marcel Hug, another quality field this year. What are your expectations for the weekend?
シドニーはすごく好きな街なんですけど、こうやってたくさんのトップランナーが集って、今回は中国の選手も来ますし、表彰台をしっかり狙っていきたいなと思ってます。
Definitely the podium stage. I love Sydney. I really enjoy coming back here, racing with the elite athletes. I think we have the strong contenders from China as well, I think, this year. So I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully, you know, we're going to go for the podium spot.
And what are your thoughts about the man next to you? Because he is a legend of wheelchair racing.
すごくリスペクトしますし、彼に勝てるように頑張ります。
I respect him a lot. He is the legend, and but you know, I think on Sunday, I definitely want to beat him.
Yeah. David, welcome to you. It's fantastic. As I said, you're a 6-time Paralympic gold medalist, Gold Coast, Sydney debut finally after all of those wins in London. What's taken you so long, mate, to get down here?
I had to wait till it was a major, mate. Really. But yeah, I've been here a few times to Sydney for Oz Day. I think that was the last time I was here. I won Oz Day on Australia Day, so it was a good day for me, being a POM, winning that. So to come back and race at Sydney, it's going to be amazing. But I've been waiting for the day for Sydney to be a major, and I jumped to the chance this year. I was injured last year, that's why I had to pull out at the last minute. But yeah, I'm thankful I'm fit and healthy and ready to go for Sunday.
What keeps your fire burning? Because you've contemplated retirement on a couple of occasions, maybe even retired once or twice, but you keep coming back to the start line.
Yeah, I sort of retired from the track. I've always loved doing the marathons. Obviously, I've done the London Marathon, I think, 27 times in a row and won it 8 times. So something draws me back to the marathons, but I don't know, to be honest. This year's probably been the toughest year where I'm feeling my age a little bit, but I'm still enjoying training. Mentally and physically, it makes me feel good. So I'm going to carry on until the day I die, I think. But I'm just thankful I'm here, and I'm going to race well on Sunday, but it's going to be a tough race against the guys.
What do you know about the course? If you had a look at, like, you know, downhill at the start, it's all good, and then getting up through the city is a challenge in the chair.
Yeah, I had a look this morning. Jack Lav was kicking in, so I had a good look online. Yeah, the course sort of suits my style, sort of where I train, and there's some good downhills. But you know, Daniel Romanchuk is probably the best climber in the world, so I've got to try and keep up with him up the climbs, and Suzuki as well. You know, so it's a strong field, and I'm really looking forward to getting out and racing, because the last time I raced was in May, and I won Cape Town. So yeah, I've had a pretty decent season so far.
All right, we look forward to seeing you in action. For the media crew, one-on-ones after I reckon will be simpler. I'll just do, if you're happy with this, keep going, keep on time, and then we'll do the one-on-ones. Oh, have you got a question? One question here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Olivia from the Daily Telegraph. Madison, I have some questions for you, if that's okay. Just quickly look at that. What is special about competing at your home city marathon, and does it take extra significance? Do you feel extra pressure or nervous because it is your home event?
I think there's definitely a little bit, you kind of want it a little bit more, I think, when it's your home race. I think one of the most incredible things about racing in Australia is the fans of our sport. And I think in Australia, there's this real love for wheelchair racing specifically that, you know, I think we're starting to see all over the world, but I think Australia really kind of brings it in a really huge way. And so I think you kind of, you obviously want to cross that finish line first in front of, you know, a home crowd, but I think I would rather not cross that finish line first and have just the biggest field of women wheelchair racers racing in Sydney and kind of have more of Australia fall in love with our sport. I think that's what's so much more important to me. And I will not say that on Sunday. That will not be what I think at all. But I think leading into, I think that's what's important, is having an enormous field here, having a really strong group of wheelchair racers to kind of, you know, bring what we know and love about this sport here to Sydney. I think we're already in such an incredible position when it comes to how we view Paralympic sport here in Australia. And I think, you know, we've just passed the 6 years to go till 2032 the other day. And so I think, you know, it's really ramping up, and the Paralympics is going to be in front of everybody. And I think this is an incredible way of doing it. I think the marathon is such a beautiful I guess, snapshot of what the Paralympics is. You know, it's that final day, you know, on a Games schedule, and it's kind of the way we round it out. So to get to have that here, you know, 6 years out and every year going forward is massive. So I think for me, that's the biggest thing, is just making this sport as big as possible in Australia.
That's incredible. Thank you so much.
Good one. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our wheelchair field. Can make your way off stage. Look forward to seeing you up on the start line on Sunday morning. So we will see you there. Don't lose your bibs. So as our wheelies depart, we'll welcome our elite women's field. So please welcome back to the stage from Australia, Ali Pashley and Caitlin Scott, Haviland Halyu of Ethiopia, Stella Chesang of Uganda, and Perez Chepchirchir, the world champion from Kenya. Ali, we'll start with you. Welcome. Ballarat to Sydney, it's a big jump. 2:26:21 winner there, Tokyo Olympian, mother of two, which is in vogue for Australian marathon runners. Jess just had a baby in the last day or so, so welcome Charlotte, number 3 for her. What an opportunity for you, hey, to race against the world champion on home soil.
Yeah, it is actually. I think the last time we raced each other was at the Olympics in Tokyo, where I don't know how many minutes she beat me by, but quite a lot.
She did win, so
yeah. So yeah, it's a real honour to be here. I was at home watching on TV last year. I'd just had my second child, and it looked incredible. And from that moment, I was like, I've got to try and get an opportunity to run Sydney next year. It just looked amazing. So I'm very excited to be here.
And how is the form? Because that, you know, the return, the win in Ballarat was incredible. It's probably better than you expected, I think, in terms of, you know, the whole thing. But has the progression continued since then?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like it takes me a while to get back after having a baby. I think some of the Australian women make it look fairly easy with how incredibly they run so soon after childbirth. But yeah, I feel like I'm still building back up, and I hope I'm a little bit fitter than I was in Ballarat. There's always a few hiccups along the way when you have young children with illness and things like that. But I'm feeling fitter, and yeah, hoping to give a good time a crack, because I feel like it's been a while since I've run a fast time.
And Caitlin, for you, Melbourne Marathon on debut in 2025, and big field, a lot of prize money, $30,000 for the first Australian across the line, and just the opportunity to run in a major on home soil. How are you feeling about all of that?
Super excited, to be honest. I think I'm a real energy runner, and I draw a lot of inspiration from the crowd and just from being on home soil. I mean, Melbourne was amazing, and Sydney's just going to be a massive step up, and I'm just so excited to get amongst it and to be running amongst incredible company here. And like Ellie's someone I've looked up to for a long time, and I feel like I'm quite green and inexperienced as a marathon runner, so I'm really excited for Sunday just to give the distance another crack and see what we can do, and just be on home soil in Sydney. It's going to be amazing.
How do you run? What's the mentality of running with the handbrake on early, because you've got these world-class women out in front, and it's all downhill for the first 4 or 5K, and all of a sudden you look at your watch and you might be a bit surprised at what you're doing. What's your plan?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to sit down with my coach, who is my husband as well, and he's coming over on Friday, and have a chat about the course. But I think it's an exciting race because it kind of takes time out of it a little bit, and it's all about just nailing the course and those rolling hills, the downhills, and that's kind of an exciting prospect as well. Just putting time to the side, and just it's you against the marathon and then you against the field.
Well, we look forward to watching you in action, and hopefully there's a 2:29 or something like that in the final time of PB. So we wish you all the very best. Haven Halyu from Ethiopia, Seoul Marathon. We've got 4 women in the field that have had wins this year. Do we need an interpreter? Thank you. Here we go. So Haven, welcome to you. Can you explain to us your form after your win this year in Seoul?
እሺ መጀመሪያ አመሰግናለሁ እና ሲድኒ ማራቶን ለሁለተኛ ጊዜ ነው የመጣሁት። እዚህ ውድድርም ስለጋበዛችሁኝ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ።
First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for inviting me here. Sydney is my second time here.
Does Haven concentrate on the world champion, or does she just concentrate on herself in the race?
ያለው ውድድር ላይ ነው ትኩረት ማድረግ።
I focus on world championship.
Yeah, fair enough too. If you follow her to the finish line, it's probably not a bad strategy. We wish you all the very best. Stella Chisang of Uganda was winner in Osaka. Stella, welcome to you. How is your form coming into this race, and what are your expectations and hopes for the weekend?
Thank you so much. This year, I win the Osaka Women Marathon, and that motivates me that I can do better in marathon. And I want to thank the race organizer for Sydney Marathon for inviting me here. I'm really happy, and the training have been going well, and I'm hoping for the good race on Sunday. Thank you.
Do you like the hills?
Where I train, there are hills, so I don't know for here, and I will see it on Sunday.
Good answer. Good mindset. We wish you all the very best. Perez, world champion, winner in London, Boston, New York, Tokyo Olympic Games. That's a heavy load to carry sometimes, because you're the target. You're the one everyone wants to beat. You okay with that? You feel confident?
Yeah, I'm comfortable, and I'm happy with that titles. And wherever I go to the race, I know athletes knowing that Paris is there. And for me, I respect each athlete. I know everyone prepared well to come and compete. Yeah.
You had a little injury, so your last race was in December, but everything good now?
Yeah, injuries are on and there, but I thank God I'm okay now. I've treated it, and now I'm feel okay, and I'm ready for Sunday. Yeah.
Now, I was reading statistics, and I do like them, but there's some things jump out of me on a page that I just need to check. Is this true that you have 28 siblings? Is this correct? Pardon? I read that you had 28. There were 28 brothers and sisters in your family, and it didn't seem to be correct. And clearly it's not. How many brothers and sisters do you have? So I'm glad I checked. It said 28 in the information. That can't be true. 28. That's a marathon in itself. How many in your family?
We are 28 in our family, yeah.
28, hang on. So now I'm confused. Are there you have 28 brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you fit? Are you middle, oldest, youngest?
I'm in the not middle and not younger.
How many brothers? How many sisters?
I have 16, and the rest are brothers.
Okay. I presume you're the fastest.
But all 28, I'm the only one who is running.
You're the only one who's running. You must be a hero of the family and the village and your country. We look forward to seeing you on the weekend. I'm glad I got that out in the end. Well done. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our elite women's field. Extraordinary. I'm going to need to find out more about that. And to finish off, our elite men. So please welcome back from Australia, Liam Boudin, Tim Vincent and Andy Buchanan. From Ethiopia, Haile Mariam Kiros, our defending champion, Vincent Ngetic, Tanzania, and Alphonse Simbu. Welcome them all. Liam, I'm going to start with you. You and Tim have both represented Australia at the World Championships. You're a busy man outside of your sport as a lawyer. How are you feeling about this weekend and the opportunity to run a major against the world champion?
Yeah, very excited now that we're down in Sydney. It's going to be a little bit different to competing in Tokyo last year. It was quite hot and humid, but looking forward to the challenge that this race will present over the rolling hills, and obviously racing against some absolutely high quality athletes from international fields. So yeah, looking forward to it, and obviously racing alongside Tim and Andy again will be very special. How's your form, and how do you squeeze it in as your life as a solicitor? Yeah, certainly a struggle sometimes, but yeah, this training block has gone well. I had a bit of a niggle that I picked up during the Gold Coast half marathon, so it sort of slowed things down for a week or so, but was able to launch into a really solid 5 or 6 weeks. So yeah, looking forward to it. The body's feeling good, just got to execute on Sunday. Glad you mentioned that Gold Coast half marathon. I was up with the leading pack at 15k and tore my calf and still haven't been able to run. So well, you're going better than me. Tim, welcome to you. 2:09.40 is a serious time, and your run at Kobe back a couple of years ago, in 2023 now, World Champs rep, and you're still building to a good time. How's your form coming in?
Thanks very much, firstly, for having me here. Form's been pretty good the last 5 weeks. I've probably just prior to that had a fair bit of lifestyle change and moved out of home for the first time.
Oh my God, how's that going? You got to wash your own clothes, cook your own meals, all of that?
It's actually the food, funnily enough.
Major setback?
I find it pretty tricky with the food, so I know I'm carrying on a bit, but I've had a really good 5 weeks leading into this, and I'm quite keen to race this event as such. Like my most recent marathon before this was London, which was a very, very fast race, and Sydney most excites me about the prestige and the hills and just being in tune with your body and racing that, so really looking forward to it.
How old are you?
28.
Yeah, it's about time you moved out. So
exactly right.
Well done. Well, hopefully that's not too much of a setback. Andy Buchanan, I know I saw a little piece on social media that there's a little scar tissue there. So if I introduce you as the former Australian record holder, I know that there's a little bit of pain and suffering there, and Huftu's pacing this race. But you must have watched that race on the Gold Coast and with admiration, but a bit of jealousy, and now you've got the chance to show what you can do again.
Yeah, I hated that weekend up in Gold Coast. I raced poorly on Saturday, then have to come out and ran so well and broke my record. But that's okay. That's what records are there for, and it actually wasn't that deep, and I just kind of needed to move on. I'm still the same person with or without the record. I'm really eager to get it back, but it's I don't know, it's not that deep, so yeah, move on.
Good news.
Sorry, move on for me, not move on for you. It's
well,
okay.
We'll keep
you
talking
can
about
bring
it
it
for
up.
a little while until you get it back, but that's how it works. And you said records are made to be broken, and Mona and I had the great privilege of calling those events on the Gold Coast, and it was amazing to watch, and that's good. Rising tide lifts all boats, doesn't it? How's your form coming in? It's a tough course, this, so that, you know, do you run for a time? Do you run for the place? Do you run to be the first Australian? What's the strategy?
Yeah, actually, I'm still trying to learn the course. I tried to watch a thing on YouTube last night, but it was in Spanish, last year's race, so I didn't really get what was going on. So I'm waiting on James to send me the file of the course. So I don't really like to, I don't know, last week and the week before, I don't like to think about the race too much. My coach knows the course. We've been training for the hills, but I'm really keen to learn probably how tough the first 15K is, but I did sit at a surf a few weeks ago, which is pretty similar to this race. Raced really well there, felt good. So I'm really happy with where I'm at. Haven't done a marathon since London last year, which is a long time ago. So can't wait to get to 30K and see what my mind and body chooses to do. But yeah, I'm not really looking at times. I'm more so, I just want to race the race, and I think that's what is unique about Sydney. We get to run over the bridge. There's so many iconic spots we get to run, and it's not just about running super, super fast. So I think that's a unique opportunity for us runners, so I'm really excited for that.
All right, we wish you all the very best. Let's go to Vincent. 2:03.13. That's a serious time. You've finished on the podium or just off it in all of the majors. You haven't quite got the win yet. Can we see Vincent Nigetic on top of the podium?
First of all, I'm grateful to be here in Sydney. So I think on Sunday I will come and see if I will be again in podium, and then so I will work hard to make sure I run good here in Sydney.
What's your tactics? Do you just follow Alphonse and see if you can outsprint him at the finish? Is it that simple, or do you just let the race unfold and see how you're feeling on the day?
On Sunday, I don't know what the race will be going to be, but I will try my best to run good.
We look forward to watching you in action. Haile Marion, the defending champion from Ethiopia, 2:06.06 last year, which is faster than an Australian record. What does it feel like to come back as the defending champion?
እሺ አመሰግናለሁ። በድጋሚ ስለጋበዛችሁኝ በጣም ትልቅ ምስጋና ያለኝ። ድጋሜ ለመምጣት ደግሞ የተሻለ ሰዓትን ለመውረጥ የአምናው የነበረው ድጋሜ አሻሽሌ በዚሁ ባሉ ታላላቅ አትሌቶች ትልቅ ፉክክር አድርጌ የተሻለ ለመምጣት እንትን ሞክራለሁ።
First of all, I would like to say thank you for inviting me here again to defend my title. I've got a great runners with me, and with them I can run another great time as well.
Does Haile Marion do you have a time in mind, or do you run for the place? So it doesn't matter what the time is if you can cross the finish line in first place?
ያው ሁሉም ለመሞከር አንደኛ ለመምጣትም በዛው ደግሞ ሰዓትም ለመሮጥ እንሞክራለን።
I'll try both to run faster time and also to place as well.
Okay, well that's why you're one of the world's best, so I like that. We wish you all the very best. Alphonse, world champion, must be nice to be introduced like that every time. 2:04.68, but you'd ran 2:02 in Boston. Ask the same question to Perez. When you're the target, you're the one that everyone is looking for during the race. How does this make you feel when you're starting on the line, in terms of the pressure that you might feel being the favourite? Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. This is the first time to be in Sydney Marathon. I'm here because I'm ready for competition, And I'm here with Mr. Vicente Coros and other athletics. I can say that we are prepared to compete here. And before coming here, we was talking with Vicent and Coros. I think we plan to make a new record in this race. So I think on Sunday we can do that.
Okay, so 206.06. So something in the 205s.
Yes, 205s. I think it's possible.
Okay, there we go. You're a singer.
Past year I was a singer.
A gospel singer in the church choir. How often do you sing?
You know, I was singing at this church. Yes.
Can you sing for us now?
Anyone?
Sing. I should have asked you this beforehand.
Yesu ni Bwana, Yesu ni Bwana, Yesu ni Bwana, Mwokozi wa ulimwengu.
Well done. I owe you a beer at the finish line. Come up to the hospitality. Well, you can sing for everybody at the end. I did put you on the spot there. I should have asked you beforehand, but champion on the field, on the track, on the roads, and off as well. Well done. Put your hands together for our elite field. Okay, that concludes the formal part. We are going to invite the media to step outside. We're going to assemble on this side for photos, one-on-ones, etc. If you'd like to speak to any of the others, please let us know. The team are here to help. We want to wish everybody all the very best, the entire field, the staff and team. Watch it live on SBS from 6 a.m. I think, Balders, we're on from 6 until 10:30 on Sunday morning. We've got a great crew with Tim Hutchins and Paula Radcliffe, Eloise and myself. Can't wait to see you there. Thanks for your company this morning, and we'll see you on the course. Thank you.